Hello everyone, Ross the music teacher here. We're going to do a very quick lesson for guitar players today, and that's how to make the switch between D major and B minor easier. Now stay tuned to the end because I'm going to give you the most important piece of advice at the very end. But first we need to go ahead and dive right into this problem. I've seen lots of people struggle with this switch, especially leaving comments on my bar chord video. So first off, our D major chord. If you don't know already, we have our open D, second of the G, third of the B, and second of the high E. The B minor chord is on the second fret. And here we're going to be barring second of the A, fourth of the D, fourth of the G, third of the B, second of the high E. Right? You want to go ahead and get those chords nice and clear. So we have our D, and if you can't get these chords clear yet, get them clear kind of by themselves before you switch between them. Now, why is it so hard to switch between these two? Well, first off, this chord, you kind of have to jump up, right? And then jump back and forth. And it's not exactly, it's not exactly easy, right? And with enough practice, you can smooth it out. But I think there's an easier way to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the fingers I'm using for the D major chord, and I'm using a bar now on the second fret for the second fret of the G and the second fret of the high E, and my second finger is now on that B string. And that's important because if I switch to my B minor, I can keep my second finger right where it's at, and you can see that now my hand is not moving too much, right? We are just and then you can just sit there and go between these chords and practice it, and it will get smoother by using those new fingerings. So, what's the big idea that I promised at the end? You don't have fixed fingers for every chord. You don't have fixed fingers for every chord. That's not the way this works. For this D major chord to work, you simply have to hit those notes. It doesn't like if I use these fingers instead, newsflash, it's still a D major. So when you are looking at switching between chords, you don't want to use just the fingers that chord diagrams give you. And this is something that strummer type guitar players, these are the fingers, only these fingers. No, you've got to let go of that idea because it depends where you're coming from and where you're going to, and you want to pick your fingers to make things a little easier to play, and at the same time practice so you get better. So if you make guitar a little easier to play for yourself and you get better, then you get better a lot more. Have fun with this, guys. And let me know if you struggle with any other chords, and I'll make a very quick video regarding that switch.